with coastal communities engaging in trade and cultural exchanges with neighboring Asian civilizations in the various sultanates of maritime Southeast Asia. Society was then organized into barangays, independent polities that inspired the country's modern local government system. Women held prominent roles in guiding communities. After centuries of subsequent colonial rule under Spain, the US, and Japan, which fueled the strong spirit of nationalism, the Philippines today stands strong as an independent republic. The Philippines is a vibrant democracy. It operates as a unitary state under a democratic constitutional republic and governed by a president as a chief executive. To ensure check and balance, its government structure is built upon three interdependent branches: the executive, legislative, and judiciary, each with distinct powers and responsibilities vested by the Philippine Constitution. The President serves as both the head of state and head of government. The President is also the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and the Chief Architect of Philippine foreign policy. The legislative branch is bicameral, which consists of the Senate and House of Representatives, together comprising the Congress of the Philippines. Both chambers hold roughly equal powers, and any bill or resolution must receive the consent of both before being passed for the President's signature. The judicial branch is anchored by the Supreme Court of the Philippines. Justices are appointed by the President based on the recommendation of the Judicial and Bar Council. Under the Supreme Court are various lower collegiate courts, regular courts, and Sharia courts, each with specific jurisdictions across the archipelago. The Philippine Constitution also provides for the establishment of three independent constitutional commissions: the Civil Service Commission, which acts as a central personal agency for the government, ensuring a conducive work environment and overseeing civil service examinations; the Commission on Elections, which is responsible for enforcing and administering all laws related to elections, plebiscite, and referendums. It oversees voting by Filipinos abroad, and in May 2025 implemented the first ever online overseas voting. The Commission on Audit is tasked with examining, auditing, and settling all revenues and expenditures of public funds and properties used by the government. This robust structure of government aims to ensure that approximately 117 million Filipino people across the archipelago and overseas are assured of their rights and given the services they deserve. The 1987 Constitution designates Filipino, a de facto standardized version of Tagalog, as a national language and an official language alongside English. Other regional languages are granted official auxiliary status in their respective areas and are often used in education. A Filipino often speaks at least three languages: Filipino, English, and their mother tongue. This linguistic diversity is a direct reflection of the Philippines' rich tapestry of at least 131 languages and 77 major ethno-linguistic groups, each group taking pride in their ethnic heritage while fully embracing their Filipino identity. Many of these are classified as indigenous peoples under the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997, preserving unique traditions and ways of life. The Moro peoples, primarily Muslim majority groups from Mindanao, Sulu, and Palawan, represent a distinct cultural and historical segment of the population. Our culture is an intricate tapestry woven from threads of indigenous heritage, colonial influences, and contemporary global interactions. The Spanish colonial era, spanning over 3 centuries, left an indelible mark on Filipino culture. The widespread introduction of Christianity, particularly Roman Catholicism, profoundly influenced religious practices, social norms, and artistic expressions. Around 80% of Filipinos are Catholic. Spanish architectural styles, culinary traditions, and linguistic elements were also integrated, creating a unique blend of East and West. Following nearly 5 decades under the United States, the Philippines developed strong educational institutions where English is widely spoken and taught. Today, the country offers world-class education across diverse fields. A high number of skilled Filipino teachers work abroad in Asia, the Middle East, and beyond to meet global demand for English language training. Despite these external influences, core Filipino cultural traits have endured and flourished. Filipinos are a highly relational people, built around the concept of kapwa, meaning the other person is also yourself. They are renowned for their exceptional hospitality, a strong sense of family and community, respect for elders, and a communal resilient spirit exemplified by bayanihan or mutual help in the face of adversity. The country's cultural landscape often reflects this unique Filipino blend of indigenous and foreign aesthetics. Tourism is one of the Philippines' key drivers of economic growth. As an archipelago, the Philippines is blessed with beautiful beaches, rivers, and waterfalls, which attract tourists worldwide. Eco-wellness tourism has also been rising in popularity, which employ and benefit the local community by creating jobs, providing livelihood opportunities, and contributing to skills development and local economic growth. The Philippine economy is driven by strong domestic demand and consumption. Key industries include manufacturing, agribusiness, high-value information technology and business process management services, and renewable energy. Government initiatives aim to boost investments and jobs through legislative reforms and investments in human capital and infrastructure to sustain growth. The Philippines is a young, English-speaking population with a median age of 25 years. Remittances from overseas Filipinos reached a record high of 38.3 billion in 2024. Despite global headwinds such as the COVID-19 pandemic and high global commodity prices, GDP growth was a robust 5.6% in 2024 and an average of more than 6% in the last 3 years, which positions the Philippines among the top growth performers in the region. The sustained recovery and ongoing reforms are paving the way for the country to transition to upper middle income status by 2025. The economic outlook remains strong, with growth expected to be among the fastest in the region, driven by stable inflation, easing monetary policy, and continued public investment.